no matter how carefully you do it, you end up with extras. And so what I did was added some color to the leftover, just the gray. And this is a pure experiment. I was going to see if we could make a artificial root over rock. Those of us that live here in Northern California, this seems like a silly idea because we could get rocks almost anywhere. Then I realized my followers are from all over the world, and even in the United States, not everybody has access to decent rocks. One of my students moved to Florida, and when we were still in contact, he says, "There's no rocks in Florida. All they got is alligators." I don't know how true that is, but now, right now, that looks like a cow has been here, right? Creating nature is not always easy. How we do this so that it kind of resembles a natural occurring rock, I think is a challenge. And we basically want it as tall as possible without making it look like a cow dropping. I'll start another one. Yeah, I've been looking at root over rocks. Well, there's two problems to root over rocks. Finding the rock, and I find that most people don't know how to use it anyway if you found a rock. So that's the two things that I have to deal with. And then when you're making these artificial rocks, maybe it's good that certain colors don't all blend in together, right? Because your natural rock, they got streaks and things like that. What I'm trying to do here is to I have a saddle. So your tree can have the roots going in both directions. But that one thing about concrete, the more you play with it, more it wants to run. And some of this, I might have to wait until it sits up more. That's the tricky part. So can you envision the roots going both directions? This is not a very tall root over rock, but for a beginner, something like this might be good. Well, I don't think concrete rocks will be great for professional use. But, most of you are just having fun anyway. So if you can't get rocks, get some sand, cement, and make your own. Okay, getting better. So once again, we don't want it too smooth. We want it really looking like it's a really rough natural volcanic type rock on this one here. You know, a lot of the stuff I do sometimes works, sometimes don't work. Well, if you don't fail from time to time, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. That's my justification for failing. Not quite often. But then I do come up with some solutions that are unique. Okay, this one here, I did it from the leftover from the other project. And what I did was I did it like this, and then while it still had a little bit of moisture in there, I carved it out so that you could kind of put your roots in place, right? So that's what I was going to do with this. I wanted to go as high as I can and then put some channels, I guess, or crevices where the roots might look good. This one here is easy because it's like a saddle, but that's sort of the idea I wanted to do. So these over here, probably in another couple hours, when it's set up nicely, I'll start carving some channels and things like that. So anyway, that's the other thing I could do. So when you buy a sack of cement, you know, this is the smaller bag, it's still pretty big, 47 pounds. So you buy yourself another sack of sand, like your play sand, hopefully it's a 50-pounder, then basically you could make a whole lot of projects. So anyway, I'll let this go for a couple hours and then carve it so that it looks more interesting. Okay, so yep, now I gotta hurry up and wait.